The Bread That Came Back, a story on the moral. Do good, have good. 1. The Kind Baker. In the small town of Mirpur Khas, there lived a baker named Karim. He was not a rich man, his shop was tiny, his oven was old and cracked, and his shoes were worn out. But Karim had a very big heart. Every morning he woke up early and baked fresh bread. The smell of warm bread filled the streets and people would smile as they walked by. But Karim did something special. Every single day he kept 10 loaves aside, not to sell but to give away. He gave them to a poor widow who had 3 young children. He gave some to an old blind man who sat near the mosque. And he gave some to the street children who had no home. One morning, a little girl named Nadia came to his shop earlier than usual. She stood at the door and watched him quietly. Nadia, Uncle Karim, why do you give us bread every day? You never ask for anything. Because you are hungry, my child. That is reason enough. But you are not a rich man. How can you give so much? I give what I have, Nadia. I do not give what I do not have. Even a small good deed is worth doing. Do you not feel sad that you get nothing back? Who told you I get nothing back? Every time I see you eat, I feel happy inside. That is more than enough for me. Nadia smiled, took her bread and ran home. Karim watched her go and went back to his work, feeling peaceful and content. Part 2. The Friend Who Disagreed. Karim's best friend was a man named Bashir. Bashir ran a small tea stall nearby. He was a sensible man who believed that a person must always think about themselves first. He did not like Karim's habit of giving bread for free. One afternoon, Bashir came to sit with Karim and began, as always, to give his advice. Bashir, Karim, I've been watching you for 20 years. Every morning you give away 10 loaves. Do you know how much that costs you in a year? No, Bashir. I do not calculate kindness. Well, I have calculated it. 10 loaves a day, 365 days. That is 3,650 loaves. For free, you are a poor man, Karim. And 3,650 people had food because of that. I think that is a beautiful number. You are impossible. I am serious. Who will take care of you when you are in need? Karim, I do not know, Bashir, but I have never gone hungry yet. Have you noticed that? That is just luck. Maybe, or maybe good deeds travel in ways we cannot see. Either way, I sleep very well at night. You are a dreamer, Karim, and you, my friend, are welcome to a free loaf any time. Dreamers special. Bashir laughed, took the bread, and walked away shaking his head. But deep in his heart, he admired his friend more than he ever admitted. Part 3. The Hard Times. Then came a very difficult year. The rains did not come, the fields dried up, the price of flour rose very high, and Karim could barely keep his oven running. For the first time in many years, he could not set aside his 10 loaves. He felt ashamed, not because he had done anything wrong, but because he could not help the people he cared about. One evening, his young assistant Tariq noticed that Karim looked very tired and sad. Tariq, Master Karim, you have not been yourself this week. What is troubling you? Karim, the flour prices, Tariq. I cannot give the extra loaves anymore. I keep thinking about the widow's children, the old blind man. What will they eat? But sir, this drought is not your fault. No one expects you to ruin yourself for others. I do not see it as ruining myself. When I could give, I gave happily. Now that I cannot, I feel like something has been taken away from me. What should we do? We do what we can with what we have. We bake smaller loaves, we share whatever little we manage, and we trust that things will get better. You always stay so calm, sir. How do you do that when everything is difficult? Because I did my best when things were easy. When times are hard, I remember that. Tariq, a clean heart is the best comfort in difficult times. Tariq did not fully understand everything his master said, but he felt the truth of those words in his heart. Part 4. Goodness Returns. One morning, a well-dressed young man appeared at Karim's door. His name was Sajid. He was the son of the poor widow on the Eastern Lane, the woman Karim had given bread to for years. Sajid had left town long ago to find work in the city and had become successful. He had come back to visit his mother, and she had told him everything about Karim. Uncle Karim, I'm so glad I found you. Do you remember my mother Fatima from the Eastern Lane? Of course. How is she? And look at you. You have become such a fine young man. I am well, uncle, because of you. My mother told me that after my father died, you brought bread to our door every single morning for 3 years. Not once did you miss a day. Your mother and her children were hungry. What else was I supposed to do? Many people would have done nothing. Please, uncle, let me help you now. I have brought some money, not as charity, as a debt being repaid. Sajid, it was never a debt. I did not give to receive. I know that. That is exactly why I am here. Please accept it. It would give my mother great peace. Karim looked at this young man, who had once been a thin, hungry little boy eating bread on a doorstep. He accepted the gift with both hands and a grateful heart. But that was not all. In the days that followed, more help arrived. The merchant whose son Karim had helped on a stormy night sent a big sack of flour. 3 young men, Hassan, Imran and Zubair, who had eaten Karim's bread as children to fix his broken oven. Uncle Karim, you probably don't remember us. We used to eat your bread outside the mosque when we were small. I remember every child who came to my door, Hassan, Imran and little Zubair, who always asked for an extra piece. You really remember? I cannot believe it. You were always hungry and always thankful. That combination is hard to forget. We heard you were struggling this season. We came to fix your oven. It is the least we can do. You owe me nothing, boys. We know, but we want to do this. There is a difference between a debt and a wish, uncle. This is a wish. Karim smiled, made them tea, and watched them work with a full and happy heart. Part 5. The final lesson. The drought ended. The rains came back. Karim's shop returned to normal and he began giving his 10 loaves again every morning, as if nothing had ever stopped him. One evening, Bashir came by and sat quietly for a while. Then he spoke. Bashir, I heard about Sajid and the flour and those 3 boys who fixed your oven. Word travels fast in a small town. Karim, maybe you were not so foolish after all.
Are you finally admitting I was right? Boss, should I write this down now?
Do not push it. I'm just saying, I watched you give for 20 years and I kept waiting for you to regret it. You never did. How could I regret it? When you give freely, you never really lose anything. You just send it ahead, into the world, into people's hearts. And one day, when you need it, it comes back. Do good. Have good. Is that what you believe? I do not just believe it, my friend. I have lived it. Bashir picked up his tea, took a slow sip, and nodded. He said nothing more that evening. He did not need to. Moral.